with Brian Ortega fight makes more sense than Max Holloway, says Ilia Topuria. Ilia Topuria is saying that Max Holloway took him 3 fights and was not even anywhere near close to finishing Volkanovski. But in one fight, my boy, my guy, that threw under the bus, reversed back, picked him back up, brought him to ride Shogun next to man. Yeah, yeah, we shameless like that. That's right.
Yeah, there's a quick turnaround there.
Yeah.
Then he started to say my guy. I was like, oh fucking what, mate?
Yeah, but yeah, we're shameless like that. My guy brought him right back to ride Shogun with us, and now Ilia Topuria said, "I want to give that guy a title shot." Leroy, I mean, Volkanovski obviously is your boy, and he's a great champion, one of the best champions.
Sorry,
one of the best champions.
My setup, and now my cord is too close, so I keep yanking it out. My bad.
Yeah, one of the best champions we've seen in the featherweight division. And Ilia Topuria is obviously showing that respect and saying, you know what, the guy that was closest to finishing him with T City, that's the guy that I want to face. Do you think he's seeing that as a much easier fight, or do you think he's saying that because of the clapback from Max Holloway last week when he says a BMF does not beg for opportunities, the BMF puts things down, you know, any weight, anytime, anywhere. You don't say, "Oh yeah, I'll give you a title shot if you put your BMF on the line." Do you think that's why Ilia Topuria is going?
It's the same old thing.
Really showing respect for Volkanovski.
No. It's the same old thing. It's the champion looking for the easiest fight possible, and I love Brian Ortega. But if you're the champion, you want the easiest fight possible.
Do not call my guy
the
easiest fight possible, man. What's wrong?
Yeah,
with
okay, but who's the one guy?
Did you see what he did to Rodriguez, bro? About the easiest fight possible.
But listen. Okay, so what are his options? Rematch Volkanovski, fight Max Holloway, or fight Brian Ortega? Who's the easiest one out of those three?
Are we sure Brian Ortega is an easy fight though? I mean, it's still T City.
No, I'm not saying he's an easy. I'm not saying he's an easy fight. I'm saying he's the easiest option on paper out of those three. I mean, the other two have already beaten Brian Ortega.
All right, Robbie.
Okay,
carry on.
I guess in terms of MMA math's fine.
Well, don't get me wrong. Like, I mean, also a lot of people are sleeping on Topuria's ground game. Like, he's well established ground game. We talked about this on the live stream that going to the ground isn't an issue either. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think Brian Ortega's levels ahead, but he might be able to, you know, at least if he gets caught in something, he might be able to see the round out and not have too much of an issue.
That's interesting. That's an interesting take. And
I think he should fight Holloway. I think or rematch Volkanovski. Honestly. Yeah,
I mean, look, can you blow that up, Jordan? Is there any way you could?
So this got dropped today.
Ilia said, "I never turned down the rematch with Alex, as the UFC has never offered me this fight. As I've said many times before, I will be the first to knock out Holloway. Let's keep this simple. Do you want to fight? If the answer is yes, there's nothing more to discuss. Bring my belt and so forth." Max said,
bring my belt and your pillow.
And your pillow.
Bring my belt. This is still again back to the point that I made earlier on. This is still part of him still putting out there that, hey, listen, there's no undisputed title fight if you don't bring my belt along with you. Bring my belt with you.
It's not his belt though, is it? You know what I mean?
Well, he's calling his belt. He's calling his belt. He wants that.
All right,
DMF.
okay. See, the next time you come to Scotland, you better bring me my car.
Well,
you know what I mean? Like, that's not the way this shit works.
Yeah,
bring me my house.
I'm just going. This is the first time I actually seen this tweet, and I'm just going by what he could be what it could be meaning by that. I mean, Yao, what do you take from what Ilia Topuria said there in terms of, you know, bringing his belt and still, you know, trying to lobby that with Max Holloway trying to get in on the BMF, or he's just going to look at Brian Ortega and say, you know what, I'm going to give you a shot instead of that guy that don't want to put his BMF belt on the line.
Look, I agree with what you said last week, and I agree with what you just said in terms of what that tweet looks like. Ilia Topuria is still saying, bring your BMF belt, and then you get a shot at the strap, which makes no sense because you're looking for number one contender. You're not looking to go and collect another random belt. You're not a BMF. BMF, as we all know, has no rules, but the rules do not say Ilia Topuria gets a shot. Unfortunately, in terms of whatever our common understanding of what the BMF is, because right now there are no rules. So I think, like you said, he needs to stop saying, give me this other belt. He needs to say, listen, I'm here to fight. I'm ready to fight. And as Leroy said, either give him Volkanovski in the rematch, because we all want to see it. We all want to see if he can do what he did again, which honestly, based on that performance, he probably might. We don't know. Or give him Max Holloway, because Holloway has proved that he can go up, he can win, he can stay at featherweight, and he can still dominate. He's lost to Volkanovski a few times, sure, but he is still a dominant force in MMA. So I say, Topuria, stop playing games. Let's have a fight. Pick someone that's worthwhile. Not that T-City isn't, but the question is, has T-City earned a title shot right now? And the answer, I think, is a no, unfortunately. So based on that, T-City might need to have one more fight, then be in, but I don't think it's the right time for a title shot for the one and only Brian T-City Ortega.
Yeah, I kind of disagree a little bit there. You don't beat the interim champion and in Yair Rodriguez, and then don't have a right of passage to the title, especially if the champion is willing to give you a shot. You know, that's just my thing. But
is
my
that
thing,
the difference between them
brother?
And Austin Berry's in the house. What's up?
Yo, big up Austin Berry. Salute to you, Austin Berry. Big up yourself, my bro. Yeah, man.
It's not true what McDane says about you, man.
McDane, let me ask you this. Do you think Topuria? I feel like Topuria is going around about this the wrong way. For me, I would say go and beat Max Holloway. Beat Max Holloway so bad that he wants to put that BMF on the line just to get back at having a title shot, rather than doing it this way in terms of begging for the chance to get his hands on the BMF belt. I think he should, if he really wants that BMF belt, go and beat Holloway, and then when you beat him the first time, then the man's coming back and say, you know what, actually I'm going to put that BMF on the title. Let me get another shot at that title there. What do you think?
Nah, like,
That's wrong.
you can't.
It's wrong.
Like, no, that is completely wrong. Nah, he's not getting that BMF belt. It's not the way that it fucking works. Yeah, I mean, like, from even the way that this belt has been laid out. And again, I've never been the biggest advocate of the BMF belt. I thought it should have been a one and done, but here we are. And then after the Gaethje Holloway fight, I was like, yes, the fucking BMF belt's the bee's knees. But fuck, mate, no, he shouldn't be getting it. He should be fighting for the featherweight champ, and that's it. Yeah, I mean. I've even put it on Twitter. I've spoke about it before with Arnold Allen. Like, are you even the featherweight champ if you haven't had to face Max Holloway? Really? Like, you skipped a motherfucking beat to get to that. Don't get me wrong. Yes, you beat Volkanovski 100%. Laid him out flat, and what a fucking dig it was. Wasn't the same Volkanovski that faced Max either, though. Like, and again, that's just MMA maths that I'm throwing out there. But at the same time, like, nah, stand up. Ortega doesn't deserve the fight yet. Even he said himself he needs to get one more fight under the belt before he even gets another title shot. So, yeah, this motherfucker was talking about going up weight classes and down weight classes and fighting all around the world before he was even getting anywhere near Max. And now all of a sudden he's pinging out Bible verses the length of fucking, the length of a 747. And it's just like, mate, shut up. Just fight the man and see what happens. Like, yeah, that's all I want to see.
If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget we do our Dust Off Shakedown every Wednesday, 9 p.m. UK time. Don't miss it.